Hello everybody, welcome back to episode of Final Fantasy XIV. I'm not quite sure what happened in the last part because it's been quite a while since we did the last video, but we're back with more. I'm actually a week late on doing this, shockingly enough, because we have... I didn't realize the next phase for the Occult Crescent stuff came out last week, and I think not only that, but... I believe they also added in like the big wrap-up finale quests of all of the crafters. I think that's what this is. I think I could be wrong. So I didn't realize they added this stuff last week. So not only do we gotta do that, we also have to do the new Occult Crescent area, the North Horn. Which means a whole new story, whole new grinding, all that kind of fun stuff. So, I'm a week late in getting to this. This video won't be out until I've actually done all of the missions relating to the North Horn, like similarly with how I did with the Southern Horn. So once I've completed the entire story of the North Horn, then I will upload this video. So might be a little bit before this video comes out. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But it'll probably be a little bit, because how I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna keep going until I get stopped due to progression. Then I'm gonna level up to the max level, which I'm not quite sure what the max level is with the new area. Max level was originally 20 in the South Horn, so I'm not sure if it's 30 or 40 with the North Horn. I don't know. I'll discover that out on my own. But whenever I get to the max level, then I'll go and do the remaining story from where I got lost, where it left me off at. So that's my plan. So this video probably won't be up for a while, for a little bit. But yeah. Hey, Mr. Man, what's up, buddy? Been a while. The Occult Reunion. Funny, you should show up now. I was just about to go over my expedition report. With all that's happened, it's turned out into quite the yarn, but perhaps you'd be willing to take a listen. What's up? Right, here goes. Flying an eastward course from High Tide Harbor, Ketan Ram and his veterans crew set forth from Shade's Triangle, resolved to uncover the mysteries of that treacherous stretch of ocean. After days of steady sailing, they at last laid eyes upon the Occult Crescent, but something strange was afoot. The isle shifted and shimmered like a mirage, confounding all attempts at approach. Just as the crew began to despair, an unknown force seized the ship, guiding it towards the island. According to daring adventurer and valued expedition member Cecila, this occurred moments after a strange voice rang out in her mind. Though it remains unclear, it is plausible this mystery speaker and the ship's steering force are somehow linked. That's what happened last time. That's how we got to the Southern Horn. Once ashore, the crew into the Phantom Village. Here, in one of its long-abandoned structures, they made a startling discovery. A wizened but welcoming little fellow called the Archive, seemingly afflicted with the Tomberry curse. Learning of Ketan Ram's plans, the Archive readily offered its expertise, yet soon it became apparent that this expertise had been sealed away, the only means they recall being to hear what the adventuress saw and learned during her excursions. The mystery is deepened further when Iris, a tiny familiar likely summoned by the Isle's shadowy architect, appeared out of nowhere, prompting many questions but providing few answers. For now, she seemed to be content to observe the expedition from a distance. As the crew explored more of the strange shores, a picture of the Isle's true purpose began to take shape. By all accounts, it appears to be this repository for knowledge and monuments from the 5th Astral Era. To keep these precious relics safe, the Occult Crescent is surrounded by a magical ward separating it from the outside world. Similar magic are also believed to prevent expeditions vessels leaving port. Among the island's ruins stands 2 spires, the Tower of Blood in the South Horn, and its northern counterpart, the Tower of Magic. While both are considered key to unraveling the Isle's secrets, it is the latter in which the Occult Crescent's architect is thought to reside. An island-wide ward keeping knowledge within and interlopers without. A mysterious entity capable of wielding such magics. What will transpire when the true identity is unveiled? Or something along those lines. That's done all right to you. Sounds about right. Fun fact: I still haven't not done the instance within Southern Horn, the Tower of Blood. I still have not done that. Funnily enough, despite all this time. Huzzah! Thanks for listening. I'm sure there'll be plenty more to write about before the exhibition ends. I can't help but worry about the crew, though. Say, why don't you go and pay them a visit? No doubt you'll be headed back in the Isles sooner rather than later. Not a problem. Excellent. I presume you'll be using ethereal current like you usually do. Give old Cat and Ron my regards when you arrive. Yeah, I have not done the Tower of Blood instance within the South Horn. I've just never gone around to doing it. I just never got around to do it. Oh, I can't teleport. That's right. Well, warp's right there. Take me away! I wonder if I could work with the previous relic step in the new area, because I know they released I think they released the last step for the relic with last week as well. I think it'd be nice if I could actually progress with the current step from the previous step in the new area, but I'll have to find out. Hey guy, been a while, been a hot minute. Good to see you, Cecila. What's up? How you doing over here? I don't blame the fellow for feeling concerned, but morale is high despite us being trapped here. And I've got good news besides. We finally cleared the route to the north. It took some doing in mind, scrambling across sheer cliffs, battling upstream through raging rapids, and winding our way through gloomy caves until we finally reached a basin of sorts. We soon set up camp among some ruins, then set to work to establish a path back here. Anyway, how about we head straight to the North Horn? With you back in the fold, we can get straight to work. Good. I'll let the archive know. We'll be waiting over yonder by Geoffroy. Geoffroy. Okay. Geoffroy, my buddy! With the northern base up and running, we're ready to proceed at a moment's notice. That said, the usual precautions apply. We're better off sticking together en route. I've not journeyed to the North Horn since emerging from the sarcophagus. I wonder what curiosities await. I shall join you. It's the fairy. Pixie. Oh, a change of heart. Or perhaps new orders to help us. He's cute, though. We'll simply be observing your companion. Works for me. Well, I suppose she's been keeping an eye on us this whole while. Don't see any harm in her tagging along. Alright, when you're ready to depart, just say the word. Alright. The North Horn is now accessible! I'm a week late! Yay! New phantom jobs will be available. Yeah, I figured. Alright, take me away to the North Horn, and I'll show you off my jobs too. Because, once I get in there. Oh, look at this place. Big white. Ooh, that looks pretty. Oh. Check this place out. Alright. So, since the last time I actually did a video on the occult, I think I was like I was leveling up my jobs. So I don't remember where I was in that video, but since then, I have mastered every job up in South Horn that was available. So I got every job maxed out, which was quite the process, mind you. It was quite the process. But yeah, it's all mastered out. So now that kind of fun stuff. First off, let me tune to this real quick. Sweet. All right. Oh, survey point. I'm sure I'll have to go around the map find more survey points. Like I had to before. Check this place out. Very wide open. All right. What's it gonna have? Oh, this is the gear. Oh, interesting. How does this compare in stats? So pretty much the same stats, the occult stats, except it's obviously a higher gear level. Okay. Interesting. So I'll definitely have to work to get that. What else is there? That's crazy looking. Oh, never mind. What's he have? That is ugly as hell. God damn. Oh, here's new jobs. We got ninja, we got black mage, white mage, red mage. So 4 new jobs with the normal currency. What else do we have here? There's the riding map, which I definitely have to go for as well. What do we have here? I mean, let's look at when it's died. What does this change? Oh, this is change like the sash. I don't like that. It's got the fucking cape. I hate capes. Oh, we got Dragoon, we got Summoner. So we have, what is it, 5 jobs? Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we have 6. Yeah, it's 6 new jobs to level. Great, wonderful, great. Look at me. It takes a while to level up one of them. All right. Hey, guy. Our goals are here are twofold: uncover the truth of the Occult Crescent and ensure the crew makes it home in one piece. Now, I reckon finding the Isle's architect is key to achieving both. Given that he's already probably holed open the Tower of Magic, finding a way in should be our first order of business. God, I hope they make the dungeon thing more accessible to people, rather than do Party Finder in Discord. Cause that was probably one of the things that kind of put me off from doing the Tower of Blood in the South Horn, because you had to actually find a pre-made group beforehand. There's no like instance where you can like queue into it like you could with Boja. That was probably one of the things I didn't like about that, which probably put me off from doing it in the first place. According to our scouts, the fiends in this part of the island are damn sight tougher than the beasties we've encountered so far. If you find yourself struggling, you best head back to the South Horn for a spot of training. I also mentioned that the surveyors here have turned up some interesting new trinkets. Speak with the crew if that tickles your fancy. I already did that. Oh, don't forget they would tune the camps at Etherite while you're there. I did that too. My friend, I wish to have a quick word with you. Let me know once you've completed your preparations. Alright. What's up, buddy? What's up? I was hoping we could discuss the soul shards. You know, those crystalline records or martial methods conceived by the 12 city-states of the Eld. As you no doubt recall, I posited that it would only function upon the isle itself. Why was my hypothesis correct? Yep. Part of me had wondered whether you in particular might be able to wield the shard's power beyond the ward. Evidently not. I'm sure they've also been pondering the reason you were summoning him in the first place. If the voice you heard belongs to the island's architect, then seeking him out in the Tower of Magic got to provide answers on that front too. In other words, the time has come to venture forth once more. Alright. Our Confluence Conundrum. Back in the Southhorn, the only way into the Fork Tower was by way of the ethereal node that appeared during those auroral mirages. Assuming a similar node exists in this part of the island, we ought to look for the structure housing it. If my hunch is correct, there will be a confluence connected to the tower nearby, so keep your eyes peeled. I'll also be taking a look around myself. Get in touch via link if you find anything. Alright. I don't recall if the Fenrir bike works here. Well, when I say if it works, I mean like if I get the speed boost. I think I do. Okay. Whoops. I can't go over that? Worse shit. What was there? Check this place out, man. Where? Alright, let's attend to this thing here while I'm here. I need to go way out there, huh? Might as well grab all the, Aetherites, goddamn. Might as well grab all the Aetherites while I go. I have no idea how strong these enemies are, so I'm just gonna avoid them. I don't know if they're as strong as the level 20 monsters in the Southhorn, or what is a survey point? Grab that one here. So I'll probably need it. Oh, you can't go in the water? Oh, what a fucking rip, man. I don't really care for that right now. Whoa. A chimera. Whoa! Got sideswiped. I guess it was my fault for being so close to the stupid thing. Check this place out though, man. Oh, this must be the confluence. Yep. Well, it does appear to be a confluence. The flow of ether is barely perceptible. Regardless of whether the location is actually linked to the power of magic or not, Cat and Ron wish to hear your findings. Well, it's definitely a confluence. And the structure is almost identical to the one in the South Horn. I think it's safe to say this is what the ethereal node ought to be. But something's not quite right. Not sure if arcane trickery is to blame, but this pavilion's completely inert right now. No point in us pondering out here, though. Let's head back to camp and see if we can't chip away at the archive's seal once more. Alright, before I do that, while I'm in the area, might as well grab that other etherite. Open the map. Expand the map. 33. Danger zone. All right. Oh, good lord. I gotta be careful over here. These things will one-shot me probably. That's not fair. So these things are level 33. The max level must be 40 now. If I had to guess, because they did that with Boja and Eureka. They upped it like 20 levels in the next area. So 40 must be the new max level for this place. Oh, I can check right now actually. Yeah, 40 must be the max level. Alright. Okay. So I'm gonna be definitely gotta be careful exploring around here. I'll probably have to explore the map before I actually do CEs. So I can actually get around, you know? Cat and Ron tells you found a confluence with the pavilion. Pray share more. Oh shit. Judging by your account, I believe the confluence does indeed connect with the Tower Magic. Ah, and there goes the familiar sensation of the seal eroding. Any ideas as to why we can't use the ethereal node? Several, but let me first touch upon the Forked Towers themselves. Over 1,500 years ago, the Highlands architect foresaw calamitous disaster and thus sought to preserve a facet of all civilization here on the Occult Crescent. But to do so would mean storing the very knowledge that would imperil the world in a single location. Measures to prevent its misuse would be essential. Hence the war and all the storms in Shade's Triangle. Precisely, and as the Forked Towers that form the backbone of this approach. The Tower of Blood to project those deadly storms, and the Tower of Magic to maintain their impenetrable ward. Both undertakings require highly advanced techniques near constant monitoring, which is why the towers are manned. As I've said before, I believe it is the architect himself who resides in the Tower of Magic. So the towers are both conduits for all that magic, and humble abodes for the overseers. Seems like a lot of bother just to keep one tiny island hidden from prying eyes. Tiny island packed with potentially whirling knowledge. So you feel the same way. Either way, the Tower of Magic is the focal point of the ward. All the isles of ethereal currents converge upon it. If the conflicts you discover is indeed so greatly diminished, we must assume it is not well on its ether. Thus begins our next investigation. Oops, not you. So the Isles' ethereal currents are in disarray. Come to think of it, the landscape here is completely different from what we saw down south. It feels warped, unnatural even. We ought to investigate what caused those changes. And I suggest we start by surveying multiple confluences. That should give us a clearer picture of what's happened at the ethereal level. I have a mind to accompany you on your excursion. That way I can immediately share what the Isles' undoing reveals at each site. Don't need to pay me any heed though. In addition to avoiding my untimely demise at the hands of some fell fiend, I shall follow stealthily at a safe distance. In that case, I'll stay put. I'll suggest you concentrate your search in the ruins in the area and check for any abnormalities. Okay. Oh, I gotta go all over the place. Oh, God. Danger! I gotta go to the danger zone! Oh, shit. Well... Well. This is gonna be fun to navigate around. I gotta avoid all the nasties that would one-shot me. While I'm here, I might as well get that last bit of the map too, if I can. It's scary being in a high-level area when you're low level. Stay away from me. He's right fucking there too. You stay away. Fucking. Not even the ravages of the time contain the allure of Nimian ingenuity. Of course, the Nim of my time was not so concerned with gravity. The strange floating aspect of it was not an inherent feature of the city, though. Having examined the confluence, the underlying phenomenon is clear. Excess wind energies have weakened the bonds between building and ground, creating the landscape you see before you. Intriguingly, the result seems somehow intentional, but that hardly aligns with the goal of accurately preserving the Fifth Astral Area history. Alas, there was not much else to glean in this found confluence. Let's seek out other ruins. You're just trying to fucking kill me. Well, I can't get on this side. I want to see if I can get that last bit of map, if I can. Should probably. Boop. Okay, I got that bit. Guess I'll go back over here. Go around. So the tower is active, so I mean that that tells me that it still follows the same shit as before. We have to actually find groups ahead of time. Which is very unfortunate. Go away. Oh, can I even get a... Can I even get around there? Oh, boy. Shit's kind of scary, man. Don't aggro me. I don't care about that. Oh, fucking turtle. Probably needed to go up. I don't know if I can get over there from the side of the map. Oh shit! Oh no! Why do you gotta be there? Yep, there's the aggro. Gonna keep going. Don't think I can get over there. Never mind, I lied. I don't know what that is. I'll look at it later. I'm in a danger zone right now. Here. Say what, the Fenrir SDS, this thing is about still to this day one of the smartest investments I've made in this game. So helpful in areas where you don't have the upgraded movement speed. How? Oh, wait, there's a. Oh, cool. Found. Oh, God. These things are frightening. Oh, it's over there, and these things are in my fucking way. Don't aggro me. Where is it? Oh, of course it's right there. Someone tells me we ought not to linger here. Thankfully, I was able to examine several ethereal flows en route. Something has sapped the area's earth aspected energy, leading to a decline in the purifying potential of the soil, and a veritable mold invasion. Ugh. Now I understand that the lost city Amdapor is likewise riddled with rot. Yet I find it difficult to believe those moldering forces could sweep as far as here. Not only is the North Horn isolated from the rest of the Isle, the Occult Crescent itself is miles away from the nearest port. Besides, if those foul spores had somehow spread here, I would expect the entire region to be infested. At least we're beginning to glean the sheer extent of the environmental decay. It's fortunate that nearby ethereal currents are still somewhat detectable. On that note, I suggest we take a leave these streets before we ourselves sprout moldy growths or ruins Oh, wait! I agree. This place is frightening. I don't want to unlock the rest of the map here while I'm here, but a bit of a risky gamble. If I can unlock the rest of the map here, that'd be... Well, there's something down there, so I'll have to come back and get that at some point. I do want to get the rest of the map here while I'm in the area. Ow. Okay, there we go. I'll have to come back to over there to get that bit. I'm gonna teleport out of here. Alright, next area is over there. Alright. Unlock this bit. So many trees, the marrow wood. We're in a big bowl. This is what we're in. But the bowl. It's called the bowl. Let's open this map over here. There's something in there too, which I'll have to unlock at some point too. Well, I'm over here, so I'll just take a peek at it. Oh shit. Nah. That's wrong, I don't have to fight anything right now. Not solo anyway. Oh, this is death down there. I don't think I want to go in there. Well, this is probably where a CE is at, probably. This definitely looks like a critical engagements area. Oh, you're right there. Of course you'd be right there from away. Yeah, there it is. Can't go in the water. Playing a dangerous game going over here. I just want the map. There we go. That's all I want. The gigantic fucking crabs, dude. Crabs are bigger than me. No, let's get the warp so I have that at least. Before I go any further. Alright. Burn, burn. Okay. Alright. The sprawling structure bears the hallmark of scholar craftsmanship, but my eye is drawn to the extensive flooding. A surfeit of water aspect in ether appears to disrupt the area's natural balance. One of the crew told me that the ancient city of Scala now lies in the bottom of a lock. Yep. Though I say the obvious, 'twas not always so. The city's submerged state is the result of a calamitous flood, not some architectural quirk. In other words, if one sought a faithful reproduction of Scala civilization as it stood in the 5th Astral Era, replicating the subsequent flood would be complete anachronistic. Lord. Well, at least we have further evidence of the ethereal abnormalities. Onward to the next ruin. Alright. While I'm on here, I might take a dip into there. This is very inviting in here. I need to go over there. Can I? Oh, I go over there. Dino! Dynamite! I'll also take a peek over there while I'm in the area. How do I get to the middle? Oh, right over there. There's only one way to get there? Man. Let me take a peek in here real quick. Oh. Inviting. Alright. Let's go back over there, I guess, and head off to the middle. So really, I got everything except but that area over there. Might pop over there once I get this last bit over here. Might pop back over there and go over that way so I can get that last bit to complete the map. Unless there's a... Oh no. It's just, yeah, it's just that area over there that I missed. Oh, I see the bridge. It's way over there. Alright. I see the warp over there. There we go. The unhallowed Hamlet? Ooh, these things are level 39, 40. Ooh. I'm in the fucking scary, super scary zone now. These things will definitely fucking one-shot me, so I definitely gotta be careful getting through here. Oh, a survey point. There's no music in this area. Wait, there's another area that's locked off. This Shadow Deep. How do I unlock that map? What? Oops. No! Oh, good lord. Void everything if I don't want to get one shot. Oh, hey, here we go. Don't come at me. Okay. So how do I get to the Shadow Deep area? There's one part of the map I can't get to. On this occasion, I scarcely need to examine the confluence. It's all too clear the vicinity is being subsumed by the void. An ancient monk, mages would infuse their ceremonial chambers with astral aspect of ether to facilitate their summoning arts. That's not to imply that the sea was overrun with some void sin. If the settlement lies in such a state, it can only mean one thing. Well, I've not seen enough to support my hypothesis, and I imagine Cat and Ron will wish to hear of it too. Let's return to the camp post haste. Get me out of here! This is a scary area to be in. It's a one-shot city waiting to happen for me. Alright. Yeah, that was quite the journey. I'm just not sure I would have made it without you. It was perilous. Now, all the ruins we saw exhibited ethereal abnormalities. The Nimian remains did not float skyward due to excessive wind energies, and the Skog structure was inundated with water, while the Amdapori and Maki remnants are beset by earth and astral aspected imbalances, respectively. I can also sense that the air surrounding the camp has been parched dry by an excess of fire aspect of the ether. In short, the ethereal balance of the Northern Horn is completely collapsed. I believe the architect used the region to model the impact of such drastic ethereal changes. Ruins here met a similar fate to the other Eorzean counterparts. Chat, I have the image up. Oops, I thought I turned it off. To what end the architect conducted this experiment, I do not know. But these conditions stem from excessive use of ether in accordance with each civilization's unique history. Perhaps disrupting the flow of ether to the Tower of Magic was part of his plan then. Not to have a foggiest idea why he'd want to. Nor have I. To jeopardize Percy's remnants of the Fifth Astral Era in this way contradicts the Owl's very purpose. Regardless, if your theory is correct, I'm afraid we'll have a difficult time tracking down the tower via ethereal flows. Though the fact that the pavilion exists at all ought to perhaps provide some encouragement. Are you suggesting there might be an ethereal node and a means of activating it after all? I love a good mystery as much as the next fellow, but we're practically drowning in the bleeding things. I would agree. Any road, before we get to solving them, I reckon we ought to take stock of what we've gleaned so far. Sounds about right. What's up? I got more? God damn, let's keep going. I ordered the crew to continue investigating the etheric currents in the area. While they're rolling around, I thought we might consider the mystery from a fresh angle. We've established the Occult Crescent as a museum source of the Fifth Astral Era, right? But here on the North Horn, these relics and ruins are deliberately meddled with, seemingly in the name of the replicating later calamities. Why so? Fortunately for us, there's someone right here who I don't know. Iris, why don't you tell us a little bit about your master? As previously stated, I'm here to observe, nothing more. How about revisiting a conversation we've already had then? You wouldn't begrudge me that, would you? When you first met, I asked the Archive whether he summoned you. Do you remember that? You were adamant that the wizened little wretch hadn't. Were you speaking truthfully? Indeed, that much was true. That much? In that case, it's fair to assume Iris' Master is the ultimate source of wisdom in the island, the architect. Now, my understanding is that a summoner and their familiar are usually bound by an ethereal flow. Do you reckon you can leverage that to reach the tower somehow? You gotta examine the Iris more closely. To conduct a thorough examination, I'm afraid we need to reduce the Iris to pure ether. She might be a boss and a little scapegrace, but I wouldn't wish that upon her. I suggest we find and examine another one of the architect's familiars, preferably one we have no qualms with vanquishing. We came across a fair few familiars while roaming down south. None of them particularly pleasant, mind. I'm sure the Northhorn has its own fair share of summoned creatures. Inspecting the ether of any one of them can further investigation. I might add that the denser their ether, the more information we stand to glean. Of course, such familiars tend to be more formidable. Come think of it, when I passed through the forest during a previous excursion, I spotted a large winged creature with a crest of large green feathers. Perhaps you can seek them out. I'm guessing he means the wooded area north of the lake. By the way, sounds like a job for our resident fiend feller. Make sure you hack off a chunk of them and bring them for us to examine, you hear? That sounds like I have to do like a CE? Or is it just like a normal monster kill? Trophy of which Cat and Ron speak of can be obtained from a specific critical engagement. Yeah, okay. So I have to do critical encounters here for that one. So I'm quest locked. Or progression locked, I should say. Lost in the wind! It's up there, which I have to wait for it to pop up. Alright. I'm gonna take a quick pop back over there to finish up my map real fast, since I've already come this far. And then I'll wrap it up here. I got a carrot! Yippee-ki-yay for me! This looks like a critical engagement area. It's scary. Okay, yep, there it is. I might die here. I'll get that story point later. I gotta shake this thing off of me. Thing's still fucking chasing me? Seriously? Christ, goddamn. You're in the way. I really need you to move, dude. I really need you to... No, not this way! You're in my way! I need to get in there and he's blocking my fucking entrance. Fucking Rattel. He's in my way. I need him to move. He's literally blocking the entrance. Sir, I need you to move. If you'd be so kind. Thank you. Alright. Let me go get that survey point that I had to skip past. I wonder how to get to that map. Because, I don't see how you get to there. Will aggro me. Alright. Get me out of here. Danger zone. Alright. This is a good place to stop. So basically, at this point, I'm going to do some CEs, get my level up so I'm not, you know, so places that's so scary to traverse, being such low leveled. And then once I'm maxed out, which at level 40, I'll come back and do all the missions, and I'll put them all into one video like I did previously with Southhorn. And then we'll see what happens. So, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this is, by the time this video's out, I might say this. By the time this video's out, then what I'm about to say is gonna be, you know, obsolete. So never mind. So yeah, I don't know. I don't even know why I said in the beginning, but yeah, I'm gonna well, no, because this is gonna be its own video. Never mind, I lied. So yeah, the remaining bits of the story, it's gonna be a little bit. It's gonna be kind of a pain in the ass because I need to balance this out now, the grinding in here, and then my projects in Pacopia, which are still ongoing, by the way. Still ongoing. I've started yet another big project in Pacopia. So yeah, this might be a little bit before this video comes out. Well, this video is gonna come out. Never mind. Not you know what I mean. The next video is gonna be a while before it comes out. Not this one. This one's gonna come out fairly quickly. But yeah, when we come back, we will do the story and we'll see what happens. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Later.